Alright, hey everybody, welcome to Zenfolio Live. I am Robert with Zenfolio Customer Support, and I just want to say thank you for joining us today on the live Q&A session. If this is your first time joining us on Zenfolio Live, just make sure that you leave a comment or like the video, or just shoot us a chat in the chat and just say hi, let us know where you're from. If you're a regular viewer, just say hi. Always great to have you guys here with us. And if you've got any questions, please go ahead and make sure to get those in the chat so I can get time to answer those questions live. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I just came off of a vacation and hung out with my dad. It was great to see my dad. Had a good time with my dad. But I'm glad to be back here hanging out with you guys. Alright, so I apologize. You might hear my Great Dane in the background. Today was Bring Your Dog to Work Day, and so he's kind of clogging up my office here and barking at some people, but hopefully he stays quiet, so hopefully he's not too loud. Alright, before we get started on any chat questions, let's see. Let me just tone my mic down a little bit here. It looks like it's coming across just a little too loud there. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. And then let's see, let me go ahead and get started on a email question really quick. So I've got a question. Actually, this is a question from the tutorial request. So if you guys look in the description of this video right now, there's actually a link where you can go and submit a request for a tutorial. Hey, Home Phone, welcome back. Yeah, definitely say hi to Home Phone. That name makes me laugh. Alright, so anyway, I've got a question from the tutorial request link that's in the description of this video right now. I should have wrote down who this was from, but unfortunately I didn't write it down. It says, how do you adjust the image preview resolution to be optimized for 5K? Alright, so let me kind of go into how to change the resolution of your images. And now for the Retina screens, that's something that we are looking at, supporting Retina screens, the higher resolution. But for right now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're using the, excuse me, I got some indigestion or something going on. You want to make sure that you're using the largest display image size that's available. So if you go here to your Photos page, and then if we go down here to a gallery, let's say the homepage slideshow gallery right here, what you can do is go over to Gallery Access, and this is going to show you, if you go to Photo Protection tab right here, this is going to show you the preview images and their sizes. So anytime you upload a photo to Zenfolio, we actually never ever show the full resolution images on your website. We do this for two different reasons. One, because it would take your site a long time to load. And then two, because it would allow people to do high resolution screenshots of your images, and so that's why we create these display image sizes that are actually shown on your website. So if you go to Gallery Access right here, and then you go to Photo Protection tab, this is where you can see those preview images that are generated. So now what you want to do is you want to make sure that your images are set up to show the largest image right here, which is 1550 by 960 pixels. That's going to be what the size that you want to use. That way you can make sure that your display images are the largest possible. As far as exporting them and things like that, what I always recommend to people when they ask how should I export my images so that they look better on my site, if your internet strength can handle it, I would definitely recommend exporting and uploading full resolution files. Again, because that way you've got the full resolution file uploaded so that when orders and print orders and stuff like that are made, you don't have to worry about trying to change out to a bigger file. But again, that's not really going to come into play here, because on your website side of things, we're going to actually show those display image sizes right there rather than the full resolution file. So I would just go ahead and upload those full resolution files if you can. So back to optimizing for a 5K monitor. Currently, that's something that we're looking into is changing these and maybe upping the size a little bit to show a larger display so that it looks a little bit better on those higher resolution monitors and Retina displays and things like that. Unfortunately, I don't have a timeline on when that's going to be happening, but I do know that that's something that we are looking into. So for the time being, what you want to do is just make sure that you're using that extra large file size, photo size right here under the photo protection tab. All right, so anyway, I hope that answers that question there. Let me just get out of this really quick and go back to my dashboard for a second here. And then let's see here. So let me see what next question I've got here. The next question I got here is another email question that says, how do I set my watermarks at the group level? I can't seem to find this option. I think I might have answered a question almost exactly like this last week, but just in case this is totally different. What I would recommend doing is you can't really set a watermark setting at the group level. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. If I go to the photos page again right here, and I go and I click on a group, there's no watermark setting over here for this group. It scrolls down. Let me just get my head out of the way. It scrolls down, and the last thing you see here is sharing and client access. So there's no way to set up the watermark settings for a group. Now, you can do it for a gallery. So if you click on a gallery right here, like this, and then you go down here, then you're going to see the watermark settings. So unfortunately, at the time being, there's not really a way to set up watermark settings for a group. So what I would recommend doing is setting up what's called a default watermark. So if you go to watermarks right here, you can set that up to be, you can click on a watermark, any watermark you want, or you can upload a new one and you can set it up to be your default watermark. So let's just say I've got a watermark that I've already uploaded. Let's just use this one for example. And I want this one to be my default watermark. Now what that means is that anytime I upload a new gallery and things like that, this watermark will automatically apply to that new gallery. So if I click on there and I say set as default right here, now any new galleries that I upload, any new photos that I upload, things like that will automatically have this watermark applied. So that is kind of a workaround as to trying to set up watermark settings on the group. Unfortunately, at this time, there's not really a way to do that. You would just need to expand the group and then go through and set the watermarks up at the gallery level, which allows you to have different watermark settings per gallery, which is kind of cool that way. All right, let me go back to my dashboard here and let's take a question from the chat here. So Clinton Fleming says, hi, I'm from Annapolis, Maryland. Okay, sorry that my text was really small. Annapolis, Maryland is my first time here. Hey, Clint, thanks for coming and joining us and hanging out. He says, I've got a question. I've had clients ask me about package deals, like 3 5x7s and an 8x10 in one price package. Is there a way to set something up like that? Well, absolutely, Clinton. What you're going to have to do is set up the package feature. So if you go to, let me just switch back here. If you go to selling right here, there's actually a package section right here. So in order to get this package feature, you're going to have at least the pro account or higher to have access to the package feature. But again, you just click on selling. And then you're going to go to this main selling pane, and then you can scroll down right here to packages. And this is where you're going to create that single price package like you're asking about. So what we're going to do is I'll just walk you through this and show you how to add this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go add new package right here. And I'm just going to call this Clinton's Custom Package. All right. And then you can decide what currency you want this package to be in. And then the type. Now there's two different kinds of types of packages here. There's one photo for all the products in the package, which makes it a single image package. And what that means is that your clients get to pick one photo. Sorry, I bumped the mic. One photo, and then all of those photos are taken and applied to all of the products that are in that package. The other one is one photo for each product in the package. This means that if you've got like 3 5x7s, an 8x10, and things like that, they can actually pick and choose different photos for each print or whatever, however they want. Now, the important thing to keep in mind is that right now, if you're using the new shopping experience, which you can tell if you are by looking up here and seeing if it says turn on or turn off. If you're using the new shopping experience, currently there's a section called Quick Shop, Whenever somebody goes to a gallery and they click on a photo, it has this little side panel over to the right that has products. They can click on it and add it to their cart. If you do a multi-image package like this one right here, those will not show up in QuickShop. Single image package will. So that's what I'm going to create today, so I can show you how to set that up, apply it to a price list, and then show you what it looks like on QuickShop. So we're going to go with that one photo for each product right here. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to go add products. And now, as I always recommend, I never recommend building anything. I don't recommend building price lists or packages or anything from this all vendors view right here. So what I would do is after you hit that add products, just go and pick the vendor that you normally use for your price list. So in this case, I'm just going to choose MPix Lab, and we are going to build that package with products coming from MPix Lab. So now I'm going to go to prints, and you said 3 5x7s and an 8x10. So I'm going to come down here and pick a 5x7 and then that 8x10 right here. And then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Let me get my head out of the way really quick. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and hit add selected products right here. All right, so now we have got that 5x7 and that 8x10 right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do before I go adjusting the price and the quantity is I am going to set up my color correction. Now it depends on what type of client I'm designing this package for as to what I'm going to choose. If this is like a high volume client, like if this is like an event that I shot and I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing the images and things like that, they're basically just going to be up there out of camera, I would probably go ahead and choose to apply color correction. If it's something you're going to be doing a lot of editing to, I would probably choose do not enhance. And it also depends on, too, another thing to keep in mind is think about the price list that you're going to be adding this package to. If you have color correction turned on the price list, I would definitely recommend keeping that setting the same in this package. All right, so now we've set up our color correction settings. So now let's go down here to the quantity. So first, we can choose the paper type if you want. So if you want to allow them to choose different paper types, you can. I'm just going to leave it all eSurface right here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is come down here to where it says quantity. Now I know you said 3 5x7, so let's bump this up to 3 right here. And then let's go down to the 8x10, and it's one 8x10, but we just want to make sure that the paper is the same. After that, what we're going to do is go down here and set up our selling price. So what we're going to do is, let's just say we want to sell this package for 20 bucks. I'm going to put $20 in there and then hit next. That's going to save the package. And then what you might want to do is put a description in here. So something like, you know, what you have in the package, or just a small description, whatever you want to put in there. And then once you're finished with that, you can come down and hit next at the bottom there. And that's going to save your package. So now we can go up to the top, go back to selling, and the last step is to add this package to a price list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this MPix price list right here. And then what I'm going to do is add this package to the price list so that my clients can go and purchase this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go add products right here. And then right now you see MPix Lab. I'm just going to switch over to Black Onyx Photography. There's packages right there. And then there's Clinton's custom package right there. So I'm going to click on that. And then let me get myself out of the way here. I'm going to come down and click add selected products. That's going to add that package in right there, and the selling price has already been set. So from there, then you just save it, and then that package that you created will be on that price list, and whatever gallery is assigned to that price list, you'll be able to purchase it. While we've got some time, let me go in and show you what I was talking about QuickShop. So I'm just going to go to photos really quick. Let me delete this price list so I don't get confused here. Okay. So that was the one that we just added it to right there, I believe. Let me double check to make sure. Yep, so that's the one that we just added it to right there. So now what I'm going to do is go to photos, and I am just going to click on this Peru gallery right here. Come over here to pricing, and then I'm going to choose allow ordering from my price list. And then there's that MPix price list right there. I'm going to come down to the very bottom and hit save. And now let me show you that quick shop section like I was talking about. So now if I go here to preview, and what I forgot to do was I forgot to check my featured products list. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. But this is the quick shop section that I was talking about right here. So now if you scroll down, there's that custom package. And again, the reason that it is showing up in the quick shop section is because we made it that single image package. If I had chose the other option and made it a multi-image package, it would not be showing up here. But since it's a single image package, that's what allows it to show up there. And then you can just click like this right here, and it goes right into the shopping cart right there. So now it's right in the shopping cart. Now, if you want to control what you're seeing in this quick shop section, like maybe we really want to promote this new package that we created to our users or our clients, maybe we want to promote that to our clients, what you can do is you can go in and you can change the order of your featured products list, and that will change the way that this displays. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right up here, we're going to click welcome. That's going to take us back to our dashboard. And then, sorry, I got all these crazy notifications popping up. So we're going to go back to our dashboard here. And then let me see if I can drag this thing down just a little bit so all these crazy notifications don't keep coming up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go change the order of that featured products list so that we can put that package at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to selling right here, click on price list, and then we're going to click on that price list that we added the package to. Once that opens up, we're going to want to go to price list settings, and that's where you can locate the featured products list and change the order. So right here, price list settings. That's going to save the price list, and then if we scroll down right here, here's that featured products list. And usually by default, whenever you create a new price list, it's going to have this automatically populate with the 10 products from the price list. You can just uncheck that and you can change the order. So for instance, let's just go ahead and remove all of these really quick. If I come up here like this and I just say remove, that's going to remove all those products. And now I can come down here and put that one there. If I want, maybe let's do an aluminum art. Let's do a 20 by 30 print. And so now you can see right here, we've changed this featured products list. So now when I go up and I save this and I go back to that gallery, that's going to be the list on the right hand side that appears. So now if I go to photos, I go back to that Peru gallery right here, and then I hit preview. Once I click on an image and I bring up that quick shop view, now you're going to see a whole different list than was there before. So there's that package up top, and then the aluminum art and the 20 by 30. And yeah, so like I said, currently only single image products will show up here on this list, but that's something that we are changing very soon to. It doesn't matter if it's a multi-image product or not, everything will still, whatever you want will be able to show up there. That's something that we are working on, but like I said, currently it's just single image products that will show up there. All right, Clinton, I hope that kind of helps you understand how to create a package. If you've got any questions, anything I went over too fast, or maybe just some additional questions or anything you need me to clarify, please just let me know in the chat. I'd be happy to dive further into packages and give you some more thoughts and ideas on that. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick here. And then let's see. Let me take another email question really quick. My featured products list, so I just went over this. I wish I would have glanced over. My featured products list does not have the products that I chose for it. Why? Well, again, so if you're using that new shopping experience, and again, you can tell if you're using that by looking up here, and if it says turn off, that means that you are using the new shopping experience. And guys, that's something that I would strongly recommend go ahead and turn that on and get used to it, because eventually this is just going to be the shopping experience. So I don't have an exact date when all that's going on, but I know eventually this is going to be the shopping experience. So if you're not using the new shopping experience, it's pretty awesome, and I would definitely recommend turning that on and making sure that you learn your way around it and how to use it, because it's got some great features. But again, so if your featured products list is not showing the products that you chose for it, chances are that it's a multi-image product. So what I mean by that is it could be a package that says multi-image, or if maybe it's a calendar, maybe you tried to put a calendar on there where people can add different images, or if you have a digital download product that you want to show on there, and that digital download product allows multiple images to be selected rather than just one. Any of those things right there will prevent that from showing up on that quick shop section. Currently, like I said, we are working on fixing that and changing that to where it'll show those multi-image products. But currently, they're not going to show up there, and that's probably what's going on. Okay, let's see. All right, awesome, Clint. I'm glad that helped you out, Clinton. I'm glad that helped you out. Yeah. Thanks for coming and asking the questions. And yeah, if you have any more questions, please feel free just to throw them out in the chat. Love taking live questions, even though I do try to get to the email questions that we get. I do love taking the live chat questions as well. Okay, so let me see what other question I've got here. How can I put a slideshow with music on my client's gallery? So I'm not sure exactly what I understand. I understand your question. You can add a soundtrack to a built-in gallery slideshow if you want. One of the things that you'll want to make sure, though, is if you are using, if you're going to upload your own music for the soundtrack, definitely make sure that you have the correct license to use that music. But let me show you how to do a gallery slideshow soundtrack really quick. So if we go to photos here, and let me just find a good... We'll just go to this one right here, and let's say that I want to turn on a soundtrack for the gallery slideshow. So if I go here to customize, that's going to open up this gallery right into customize view. Let me just zoom out a little bit on this screen here. Alright, so this is going to open this gallery into customized view, and as you can see, it looks like I was doing some testing. I've got a really ugly theme in use for this gallery. But what we're going to do is we're going to navigate to the gallery slideshow page. So up in the top left here, anytime you're in customized view, you can always find out what page you're currently customizing and navigate to different pages by looking in the top left. So right now I'm customizing a gallery thumbnail page, but if I want to go to a gallery slideshow, what I can do is click on that and then go down here and select gallery slideshow right here, and that is going to let me customize the gallery slideshow page. So now we're at the gallery slideshow page right here, and this right up here at the top, it says soundtrack, and you can just click on soundtrack right here like this, and what you can do is select a soundtrack. So you can go to uploaded music if you want, and you can upload a soundtrack like this. And again, please, I would just say make sure that you have the license. If you're going to upload music, make sure that you've got the correct license to upload and use that music. As photographers, right, we are really particular about people using our images, unauthorized uses of our images. So we wouldn't want somebody taking our photos and throwing them on a print ad unless they had license to do that. So, in professional respect, I would say give that respect to the musician or the artist that created the song. If you created the music, that's awesome. I would go ahead and upload that. But definitely treat artists and musicians with the same professional courtesy and respect that you would want to be treated with as a photographer. So anyway, you can choose a music file right here to upload if you have one, or you can choose from some of the free music offered by Triple Scoop. So you can go down here to free songs, you can go through here and you can browse by artist, by title, things like that, and you can pick a song. So you can just go here and choose a song like this. Let me see, I'm just going to click on this one right here, and then it'll tell you which one you currently have selected. And then let me get myself out of the way right here. Then you can come down to the bottom and hit apply, And now that is going to be the soundtrack for your gallery slideshow. So now if I hit play right here, there's going to be some music that plays along with the slideshow, the images. And that's how you would add that soundtrack to the slideshow. All right, so let me go back to my dashboard here really quick. Anyway, I hope that answers your question without personally like looking at your account and things like that. That's going to be the way that you want to do it. So let me get back to my dashboard really quick right here. And let's see. Got a question in the chat. Sharks408. Does Zenfolio offer me any songs that I can use? Can I buy more songs to use? Yeah, absolutely. So you can definitely use those free songs that I just showed you, or you can actually go and purchase an add-on that will give you more music that you can use. So I think the way you do that is you go to, let's see, settings. I think it's under account. Where is that at? I think it's under account information, billing maybe. My subscription. Oh, right there, manage add-ons. So I missed that. It's under. So if you go to account information right here, and then it says manage add-ons right here. If you click on that, that's where you can go and you can do the triple scoop music. Let's see, where's it at right here? So the Premiere Music licensing, you click here to show the details, and then you can do the TSL or the TSM Ultimate, which is $10 a month, and that will give you unlimited streaming access to 17,000 songs from Triple Scoop Music. So if you pay $10 a month, and you can use, you can go through, they have like 17,000 songs that you can use, and you have unlimited use of those in your soundtracks and stuff like that. So again, the way you get to that is if you just go to, from your dashboard, just go to settings right here, click on accounts, and then click manage add-ons right there. Show more details under the triple scoop music right there, and then you can click add right here and add that that add-on service to your account, and that will give you access to all of that music that Triple Scoop offers. So anyway, Sharks, I hope that helps out. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me again. It's always great to have you on here hanging out with us, because I know you like to make bank, and we like to help you make bank. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick here and jump over and see what other email questions I've got here. All right, what can I do with a favorites list that a client sends to me? Anything that I might not think of or that you would suggest, and why are there two sections in the favorites list? So favorites list can pretty much be used however you want. If you've not asked your clients to send their favorites as part of their photo shoot, you could reach out to them saying, you know, that you're glad they like the images, and you can ask them to share. So what we're talking about is we're talking about the favorites feature here. So it's kind of a way to do online proofing, is the way I like to do it. So usually what I do is when I do a shoot, I will upload all of my images right out of camera, and then I will do an invite to my client, and I'll say, hey, go on there, check out your photos, you know, favorite the ones that you like, and send that information, and that information is actually sent to me. And then what I usually do is if I'm going to do any post-processing or things like that, I will just do it on the ones that they favorite, because those are the ones that they plan on purchasing, and I don't want to spend a lot of time editing photos that they are not going to purchase. So let me show you how to turn that on first. So if you go to, I believe it's under, right up here to customize website right here. You can go to site settings. Where is it at? Oh, you know what? I've got to fix this because I was doing a demonstration or a demo video. So let me fix this really quick. Let me go to settings, website, and just use my default homepage. So here's a quick tip. If you guys want to use a different page for your homepage rather than the default homepage, you can go to settings and homepage under website right here, and you can change it to like a custom page or something like that. So I'm just changing it back to the Zenfolio default homepage here really quick, just so it navigates the way that I'm used to it navigating. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up to my Zenfolio, go to customize website, and then what we want to do is we want to go and we want to enable favorites. So let me get my head out of the way here. We're going to go to site settings right here. And let's see, where is this at? I can't remember. Oh, right here, favorites. So there is a favorites tab under site settings, and you need to go there, and then you can just choose allow visitors to add favorites, and then make sure that these other options are checked as well. Right here, you can actually turn off allowing visitors to share favorites with others if you want. It's something that I like to leave on. What that's going to do is whenever they save a favorites list, that's actually going to allow them to share it with friends and family. So if they want to share, like maybe it's from a wedding and they want to share it with their mom and say, hey mom, these are the, the images I picked out from the wedding for my wedding album. Take a look and let me know what you think. That's going to let them look at just the favorite images that the bride selected. So again, this is under customize view, site settings, and then click on that favorites tab right here. And this is where you turn on the favorites. So I'm not going to go really in depth on how favorites work. There's a really great video tutorial on our YouTube channel on how favorites work and how clients save favorites and things like that. So if I could get my moderator, Cheryl, if I could get Cheryl to throw that link out in the chat, that way you guys have access to that that video tutorial that really goes into depth and shows you how to turn it on, how to make sure that your clients can access it, and some things like that. And there's actually, I think there's actually a link in that video to the client side video showing clients how they can save favorites and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth checking out so that you have that. But anyway, so once a client goes and they save favorites, they're going to you're going to get a notification saying that some favorites were shared with you. And then if you go to photos right here and you go up under your organizer right here and click on favorites, that's where those are going to be. So there's two different sections. One is the shared favorites section, and this means that your client has gone, saved favorites, and then clicked the little share button and has decided to go ahead and share that favorite set with you. And they can actually add notes and things like that to those favorites, their shared favorites. So if you can see right here, Mr. John Doe, he shared his favorite set with me. And he actually added a note that said, hey, these are wonderful. Thank you so much. Can we get black and white versions of these as well? So that note's right there, and here I can go through here and I can actually see the images that he picked out. Now from here, there's a couple of cool things that I can do with this. One I could do is if this favorite set has less than 100 images, less than 100 images here, what you can do is you can actually create a gallery from this if you want. So some people use favorites lists as a way to say maybe they give their clients a certain amount of free downloads. You could create a gallery from just this favorite list right here, and then you could go and turn on downloading in that gallery if you wanted. The other thing you could do is you could export these right here. So you can export these to Lightroom. That way you can just edit just those images. Now that does require the Zenfolio image list Lightroom plugin, which you can download right here after you click on that. Now, if you don't want to download the plugin, this will export a text file or like a CSV file that will just show you all of the image file names right here. So that's something you can do there. If you go back, the next section down here is the other favorites list. Now these are favorites that your clients have clicked on and saved and designated that they wanted to save them as favorites, but they haven't actually gone through and shared the favorite set with you. So these are still just kind of setting in their client account. Maybe they're still working on a set for a book or something like that. But what we thought is we'd like to give you access to be able to view those anyway. So that's what the other favorite set list is right here. So if you click on here, you can see other favorites lists right here, and you can go down and there's like, my selection here, and you can see all of these here. Now you can see all of these right here if you want. And like I said here, this one, so like I said earlier, this one here has more than 100 images in it. So if I look right here, there's 114 photos. This one right here, I can't create a gallery. You can see that it's blocked out, and I'm not actually able to create a gallery from it. I can only create a collection. So that's one of the things I try to do is I try to encourage my clients to do favorite sets of 99 images or less. But from here, what you do with these favorite sets are up to you. It's kind of a good idea, a good way that the other favorite sets are kind of a good way to get into your client's head before they share a favorite set with you. It's a good way to see what kind of images they're liking and things like that. That way, maybe, if they're liking specific images that are going to work good for certain products, maybe you want to, run a canvas sale and just hit up your client and that they've got this photo right here in their favorite set. Maybe just shoot that client an email and be like, hey, I'm going to run a 20% off sale on large print canvases. If you've got some photos in mind, let me know and I'll get you that discount code. So that's something that you can do there as well, as kind of get in and see what your client's thinking about, what kind of work they like, what kind of what photos they like, and maybe start coming up with some plans as a way to keep coming up as a plan as a way that they can you can kind of capitalize off of that and kind of market to your clients based on the photos that they have chosen there. All right, let me get back to my dashboard here. Again, that video tutorial that Cheryl just threw out in the chat goes really in depth onto favorite sets, so definitely check that out and see. All right, Graham Service. Hey, Graham, glad you can join us again. Always nice to have you hanging out with us and coming back and asking questions. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Katrina, good to see you again. She says, what is the proper size to export from Lightroom to website? So this is a question we get quite a bit. I am personally not a Lightroom user. I'm an Adobe Bridge and Photoshop user, but so I can't. I don't really know the inner workings of Lightroom and things like that. But what I usually tell people when they ask that question is it really depends on what your internet can handle. So this is going to come down to the display images again. So let me just switch over here. If we go back to photos. Anytime you upload a photo to Zenfolio, we actually never display that full resolution image on your website. So if you upload a full resolution file right out of Lightroom, what we're going to do is we are going to take that and we are going to generate display images to be used on your website. So if I click on a gallery right here, let me grab a drink of water. All right, so if I click on a gallery right here, and then if I go over here to gallery access, got all these crazy notifications again. If I go over here to gallery access, and then I come down to the photo protection tab right here, these are the display images that our system generates. So when you upload any photos to Zenfolio, our system is going to take that image and then generate display images out of it. So if your internet can handle it, Katrina, I would definitely just export the full resolution file to upload to Zenfolio. That way, when it's uploaded, you've got that full resolution file there on our servers, and that way any big print orders, you should be okay. But our system is then going to take that file and it's going to generate these display images, and those are the display images that are used on your website. So we're kind of taking care of that part for you so that you don't have to worry about it. I would just recommend going in and making sure on the photo protection tab there that you've probably got either large, or extra extra large selected, because those are going to be the photos again that show up on your website. And again, the reason we do this is because, for one, if your website was showing the full resolution files, then it would take a really long time to load for people, especially people with slower internet connections. The other reason we do that too is because if your website was showing the full resolution files, people could pull up that image on a really high resolution large monitor, and they could take a really high resolution screenshot of that image. And so this is to kind of protect you and also make your website load faster and things like that. So anyway, Katrina, I hope that answers your question and helps you out. Like I said, I would recommend just uploading the full resolution file if your internet speed can handle it. If it can't handle it, then you might just consider going and resizing everything to fit within these parameters here, depending on what orientation the image is. All right, let me get back out of this and just get back to my dashboard really quick right here. Okay, all right, guys, we've got about 20 more minutes left. So if you've got any questions out there, please go ahead and get them in the chat so I can get those answered for you live. Don't forget, we are on Snapchat now, so you guys can follow us on Snapchat. If you're Snapchat users, just search for @Zenfolio Live, and I will send out Snapchats just before we go live, and also probably when I put video tutorials and things like that out. That way you guys can kind of be notified on your phone and stuff as well. All right, let me see. Let me go ahead and get a email question really quick. So this person says, is there a way to put a gallery slideshow onto a custom page? Yeah, so you guys can do this. We actually have a feature built into Zenfolio where you can actually create an embeddable slideshow from a gallery. So you could put this on a Zenfolio custom page, or you could put it somewhere else that allows you to kind of add code and things like that. Let me show you how to get to this. So if we go down here to Photos, excuse me, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down to this homepage slideshow gallery right here, and let's say I want to create a slideshow to show on some custom page that I'm building for maybe to kind of go more into depth to talk about the services that I offer or something like that. What I can do is I can click on that gallery, and then over under my toolbox right here, we can go down to sharing and client access. And then if you click on there, there is the option right here underneath the social media icons. There's the option to create a embeddable slideshow right here. So if I click on that right there, it's going to take me to this page that says create an embeddable slideshow. And I'm going to scroll down here, and the step one is going to be configure your slideshow. So what I'm going to do is I can go here and I can select the gallery. So you can change to a different gallery from this page if you want. I'm going to leave it the same. If you want to add a soundtrack here, you can actually select and add a soundtrack here if you want. So I'm not going to do that, but you can. And now you want to choose the dimensions of this slideshow. So I want this to be, let's do this 4:3 right here, the 800 by 600 right here. So that's what I'm going to do there. And then next I'm going to go to playback options right here, and you can change your display time. You can also change the image transition. So if you want to do like a crossfade or something like that, you can. This is where you can also set your slideshow to start automatically, to loop if you want. And you can also set it up to play the images in random order, which I'm going to do all of those. And then we're going to go to controls, and this is where you can have some different controls and things like that show up on the slideshow, where people can do different controls and things like that. I don't want to show any of this because I want my slideshow to be really clean. So I'm just going to turn all of this stuff off right here for now. And then next I'm going to go to the opening and closing right here. I'm not going to show the opening slide or the closing slide. And that's going to turn all this stuff off. And now we're just going to go to the slideshow window. And then this is where you can choose a background color. However, I'm going to set mine to be transparent because later on down the road, I might want to add this slideshow somewhere else, or maybe change the background color of the page that it's on or something like that. And this is going to let me do that. Next right here, we can do border or no border. I'm just going to do no border. And then you can choose your loading animation. So for me, let's just go with this little round thing right here, and let's make this animation just, let's do blue, and I'm going to hit select. So now after I've gone through and set up all the options and things like that, what I'm going to do is go down here and hit create slideshow, and it's going to kind of give you a preview of the slideshow right here. So here's a preview of that slideshow right here. You can kind of see how it's going to work. And then you just scroll down right here, and there's two things here. So you could actually copy this and post that slideshow on Facebook if you want. Or if you're going to be doing it on like a custom page, you're going to want to copy this right here. So I'm going to select all of that, and I'm just going to copy that. And now we are going to go back and put that on a custom page. Now let me show you how to put that on a custom page. It logged me out. Why did it log me out? There we go. Okay, logged back in. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to put this slideshow on a custom page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to website right here, I'm going to go to custom pages. And guys, if you haven't used custom pages yet, check it out. It's awesome. You can do lots of really cool stuff with custom pages. I know a couple of weeks ago I showed you how to do like an image slider where you could do like a before and after image. But there's so much you can do with custom pages. You can do like Instagram feeds, Facebook feeds, and things like that on custom pages. And maybe next week or the week after, maybe I will set it up and show you how to do some of that stuff as well. So what I'm going to do here is, let's just say I'm going to create a new one right here, and let's just do slideshow demo. All right, so now I've got that that code copied. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. I'm actually going to look for the source button right here. I'm going to hit source. I'm going to paste this code in here, and then I'm going to unclick source. Now, what I want to do is center this up, so I'm going to click on that until it's highlighted blue and just set that to center. Now, let me just do a big disclaimer here, guys. Anytime you click that source button and you paste code in there, it's considered custom coding. And while we do give you a space to do that, we cannot offer any technical support for the custom code itself. So if it's not working, if it's messing things up or something like that, chances are we're just going to tell you to remove the code, and that should solve your issue. So again, anytime you click that source button and you paste code in there like I just did, this is considered custom code, and we can't offer any technical support for that. However, we still give you the ability to do that because we want you to be able to create these cool custom pages and things like that. Alright, so now we've pasted that in there and we've got it centered up. Let me show you what this is going to look like. So now I'm just going to hit the, let me get my head out of the way here. I'm going to hit this save and preview button down here at the bottom. And this is what that page is going to look like. I haven't done much to the page, so all it's got is that slideshow. But you can see right there, here's that custom embedded slideshow on this custom page. I could have text around it. I could have other slideshows if I wanted. There's a lot of really cool different things that I could do with the custom pages and things like that. All right, so let me go back. And if you want to add this to your site menu, let me just show you really quick how to add that to your site menu. So we've got that custom page created. We're just going to save that. And then let me go up here, hover over my Zenfolio, and hit Customize Website. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to edit our site menu so that this will show up on our site menu. So what we're going to do is, right now you can see I've got this model release one, so let me just delete that off of there, remove that. Alright, so now I'm just going to click this, after this refreshes, we're going to click this Add New button in the top left right here. We're going to go Add New, and I'm just going to do Slideshow, hit Enter. And then what you want to do is come down to where it says Link Menu Item 2, Built-in or Custom Page. Once you click that, you can actually go through and find underneath Custom Pages, you can find there's that slideshow demo one right there that I created. Click that and hit update, and that's going to add that up here on your site menu. And that's how you add a slideshow to your custom page. And again, you can use it to make slideshows also for Facebook and things like that. Okay, so let me get back to my dashboard really quick, and we've probably got time for one or two more questions. So let me see. Looks like Katrina has a question in the chat. So she says, Katrina says, well, you can't see it behind my big head. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just hide my head. There we go. She said, you may have done it, but creating a blog. So if you want to create a blog, you can definitely do that in Zenfolio. We've got a built-in blog for you here. Let me just show you how to do that really quick. It's sad to say, but I am not a big blogger at all. Not that I think there's anything wrong with blogging. Blogging is awesome, and I wish that I was a big blogger because it is definitely great for your SEO. It's great for your business. It's great, and it's something that I really need to get better at doing. But you can definitely do that through Zenfolio. So if you go right here to website, you can actually go to blog right here. And then you just go and click create new post right here, and this is where you can go and make a title. So my test blog right here. You can do that. Then you can come down and put whatever information you want to blog about. Let's see, like if I want to say, hey, I shot this last weekend. You can just add some text. Obviously, you would want to add much better text than I'm doing now. I'm just kind of showing you how to do things. And then if you go down here, you can add photos to your blog as well. So if you go and add photos, you can do that. You'll want to make sure that those photos are public, but you can add that there. You can add titles, captions, and things like that. You can also change the options for the photos. You can make them clickable, so when they click on them, it goes to the gallery or something like that. So let's say if I want to go and have this photo open to the gallery, when somebody clicks on it, I can do that. And then if I want to do the set the layout, you can go auto fit to width, or you can do like a large image right here, which is what I'm going to do. Give it a fixed alignment, set it to center. And then in the very bottom right corner, you can't see it, but it says insert. So now, after all that, you can come down to the bottom here and you can give it a meta description. And the meta description is kind of what's going to appear in like search engines and things like that. And then you can also give it some keywords. So things like, Bay Area photographer, maternity photographer, things like that. Again, blog posts are wonderful for your SEO, and it's something that I should really start doing. But anyway, you can do all of that here. And then you can actually come down, and let me just get myself out of the way here. You can come down here and you can publish the post now. So if you want that blog post to go live and publish now, you can do that. Or you can also schedule the post. So, if you've got a weekend day or a free day or something like that, you could definitely just come in here and knock out a month's worth of blog posts, in a day. Typing them up, getting them in here, scheduling the post, and you could have all of your blog posts for that month done, and that would give you some time to go off and do whatever else it is that you wanted to do, off more time shooting or marketing or whatever you need to invest your time in. But taking advantage of that schedule post right there is a great thing to do if you're a blogger. So like I said, maybe I want to make this one go live on Sunday, and then I can schedule it. So now this post is scheduled and ready to go live. Let me save and preview it really quick. And this is just a really bad blog post, but that's how you can do it and set it up and schedule it and things like that. Yes, and Cheryl just put out the video for favorites. There's also a video, Katrina, as well, on blog posts and doing blog posts. It'll go through much more in depth on blogging, things to keep in mind when you're choosing images for a blog, and all kinds of stuff like that. So if I could get Cheryl to throw that blog video out in the chat as well, that would be awesome, because it goes a lot more in depth on all of that stuff as well. I think too, maybe you were wondering, could we do the slideshow in the blog post? So if you go to website again right here, let me just go back really quick. If we go to website, back to blog, and there's that test blog right here. Anywhere you see source, you can put in code. So like I was just showing you guys how to put that embeddable slideshow into a custom page. You can also do that with a blog post as well. Again, same thing applies here. This is custom coding. So while we do give you a space to use this custom code and put it into your blog post and things like that, we are not able to offer any technical support to that, but you can definitely do that here. So anyway, Katrina, I hope that helps and kind of gives you an idea of how to use the blog, the built-in blog feature. It's definitely a powerful tool that you can use to help get more traffic to your website and things like that. All right, let me get back to my dashboard really quick. Okay, we've got about 5 more minutes left, so if you guys are out there watching, please get your questions into the chat so I can get them answered. If not, you can definitely shoot them to me later, and I will answer them later on. Just send them out to zenfolio.com/contact, and that's how we can get those questions and answer them for you next week. All right, let me go back here to my email questions, and the next one says, how do I sort the photos in my gallery? Real quick, Katrina says, just a question, but can we access the chat for the videos once this ends? Yeah, so usually what I do, and I might have missed it a week or two, but usually what I do, Katrina, is after the live stream is over, what I will do is I will go into the chat and I will copy all of the links that we shared and I will put them in the descriptions of the videos. So this will be available on our YouTube channel after we go live. And then if you look in the description of the video, all of the links that we shared in this live stream will be down there in the bottom in that description, so you guys can access any of the video tutorials that we were talking about. But also too, if you just go to our channel and click on like uploads, you should be able to browse through or do a search, and you can find like the blog tutorials and the favorites tutorials and things like that just through searching through our YouTube channel as well. Those are all there and publicly accessible. Okay, how do I sort the photos in my gallery? So you can do this in Edit View. If you go to Photos right here, and then you click on a gallery right here like this, up in the top right corner right here, you can actually sort the photos here. And this is also going to affect the way that they appear on your website, like if a visitor is coming in and viewing the gallery. So whatever sort order you have here is how they're also going to appear on your website. You can manually sort your galleries. You can click an image and then drag and drop it like this right here. Drag and drop it into the position that you want like this. You know, if you want to really customize that gallery to show what certain specific images first, you can do that. But also up here, you can change this from being a manual sort order to several different options. You can do the date taken. And then you can also change it from this descending to ascending, so you can just switch this around and change it whichever one you want. You could do date taken, you could do file name, you can sort it by title. And again, any way that you sort the gallery here on the back end is also going to reflect on the visitor side of things as well. So like if you've got, maybe you've got a wedding and you've got multiple photographers working the wedding, as long as the camera time and stuff like that is set up, everybody's camera's time is synced and things like that, and you want to show kind of the photos in chronological order, you might want to go with maybe date taken right here like this instead of like file name or number or something like that, because your numbers and stuff might be off. But if everybody has the dates synced on their camera, then this would be able to display everything kind of in chronological order that way. So that'd be something important to check if that's something that's important to you. But this is the sort order right up here, and again, you can just change it here. You can drag and drop these in order, and you can also change this from ascending to descending and things like that. Okay, let me get back here to my dashboard, and I've got probably a couple more minutes here. Yeah, good point there, Cheryl. Let's see. So if I go to really quick, Katrina too, or anybody else watching, if you guys go down here to the footer in your Zenfolio account, if you guys go down here to your footer and you click this online training link right down here, that actually will open up to our YouTube channel where all of the video tutorials and things like that are as well. And if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, click that little Z icon and make sure to subscribe. That way you get notified when we go live and you get notified when we put out new tutorials. So I put out new video tutorials every Friday. I can't remember what's coming out this Friday. I think it might be something on changing your homepage, using a homepage other than the Zenfolio default homepage. But I put out new tutorials every Friday, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you're getting those new tutorials and things like that. Okay, so the next question is, how can I send a potential wedding client a direct link to my wedding portfolio? Alright, so if you've got the email of somebody who's interested in your work, and maybe you've got a portfolio that you kind of keep off, out of public access, but you want to be somebody to be able to access it, and you want to be able to send them a direct link, what you can do is you can just go to Photos right here. And there's a couple of different ways you could do this. If you could email them directly through in Zenfolio just by doing an invite. So let's say if I go to 2016 portfolio here and I click on my weddings gallery right here, and I want to email this gallery, a direct link to this gallery to this potential wedding client. What I can do is I can come up here to the top and click invite, and then I can just put that potential client's email address in here. So, james@how.com. You could customize the message here to say whatever you wanted it to say. And then the cool thing is, if you use the Zenfolio, the built-in Zenfolio email thing, you can actually click schedule to send. So maybe it's late at night and you don't want to send it to them right now, or you know that they're going to be out of town, but you don't want to forget to send this to them. What you can do is you can schedule it to be sent later. So if you go right here and click schedule to send, you can actually schedule this to be sent later. Let me get these notifications out of here. I don't know why they keep popping up. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Okay, so you can actually schedule this to be sent later. So maybe they're going to be out of town and you want to send that email to them when they get back. You can definitely do that as well. Now, the other thing that you could do is after you do that, you go ahead and hit continue to preview, and then you would schedule the email or you would send it now, and that would go to them right away. Now, the other thing that you could do is if you want to just send them the direct email through their through like your email, like you're using Gmail or something like that, what you can do is you can click on the gallery here, go down to sharing and client access, and then go right here and it says copy and paste the link to this gallery, and you can just copy and paste this link right here and put that into your email. Let me get to it here. Copy and paste this link and put that into your email, and that would be a direct link to that wedding gallery for whatever person that you wanted to send it to. You could also shorten it down. You could say like weddings up here, and that would change that. So now you could send them an email like this and just copy this direct link and paste it in your email and send that to them. So anyway, Katrina, I hope that answers your questions. It looks like Graham says I just answered his question. So awesome. I'm glad that that also answered your question. We are out of time, unfortunately, guys, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who came and joined us. Thanks, guys, for all the guys who are regularly here hanging out with us, asking questions. We really appreciate it. I hope that you guys find this helpful. Also, don't forget, there is a link in the description of the video right now where you can request video tutorials and things like that. So if you guys got a tutorial that you would really like to see, if you guys got a link that you would really like to see, or a tutorial that you would really like to see, make sure that you hit that link up and get that request in. If you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to click that little orange Z and subscribe so you can get notified when we go live, and also keep up to date on all the new tutorials that come out. Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us. Thanks to my moderators for all the help, and hope to see you guys next week, and hope you guys have a great and wonderful weekend.